Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Brunch B.S. So great to have you here. Love spending Sunday mornings with you folks. And welcome in. I am Jen, and I am your host. So today's topic, we're just going to talk about food and whatever else comes up. I wanted to discuss favorite breakfast foods, favorite brunch foods specifically. And that's kind of where my focus is today. So I want to welcome everybody into episode 41. I appreciate you being here as always. And let's go over and see who's made it into the chat. First one in bright and early was Denise with Bone Tired Travelers. Hearts to you, Denise. Thanks so much for being here, my friend. Second in was Mr. Eddie Lugo. Thank you. Yo, yo, yo. And good morning to you too, sir. Brooklyn is in the house. Thanks for representing. And Chet is joining us from Sea Leg Journeys with a happy Sunday. Hi, Chet. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you and Robin from Sea Leg Journeys are doing well today. Folks are shouting out and saying hey to each other. And Chet actually says, yo, Eddie, the troll smasher. Where was there a troll? I missed a troll somewhere, but thank you for taking care of it, Eddie. That's awesome as always. And Deb Rogers joining us from halfway around the world. Thanks so much, Deb. I'm so glad that you made it today. Fabulous to have you in here, and I hope you got your steps in. So folks are shouting out to each other. Deb is saying hey to everybody, and folks saying hey back to her. Shannon is in here but tired, so I don't blame you. You know what? I went to bed about 10 or 10:30 last night, and I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, could not fall back to sleep. I definitely see a nap in my future because that is just yikes. That is awful. And Chet coming in on the Sea Leg Journeys channel now. Hey, Chet. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And Jaden, hello to you. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It looks like Nightbot is running. And a couple of things about Nightbot over here on my channel. One of them is it's going to remind you of several things, like, for example, to subscribe to the Helping Hands for Cruising YouTube channel. HH4C is a wonderful charity organization, and if you haven't checked out their mission and their content, please make sure you go over and check them out on YouTube. The other thing about Nightbot is that since it is running, if you want to share your YouTube link, all you have to do is type in hashtag tribe, TRIBE, and Nightbot will drop your link so other folks can find you. So Denise is saying peanut butter. Oh, wait, Scott isn't here. And actually, when you say that, I'm afraid that Captain Controversy might pop up just by having him mentioned. Mona, thanks so much for being here. Enjoy you joining us today. Thanks so much. And Chef Todd joining us. He is on the road right now, and he says, I know nothing about food, which we know is completely untrue. But thanks for being here, sweetie. I appreciate you. Monica joining us saying, hey, from Michael and Yolanda. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a wonderful time yesterday with your bridal shower. The pictures looked fabulous, and it looked like the decor was just beautiful. So I really hope you enjoyed the day. Eddie coming up with a yo, yo, yo. And here we go, folks shouting out to Shannon and everybody else. Scott branded peanut butter, gentle on the skin. Oh my gosh. Chet, we are going to go down a road. I have a feeling we're going to go down a road. So you were kicking keisters all over the place. Good for you. We don't need trolls in the house. So awesome that you were able to do that. I'm not sure whose show that was on, but I'm sure they appreciated it. That's why it's important to have moderators, because you never know who can find their way into your chat. And Jaden is doing exactly what I said, typing in #tribe, and that way Nightbot will drop your link to your YouTube channel so other folks can find you. So people shouting out to each other. Trisha, good morning. Thanks so much for being here. You're supposed to be working on laundry and packing. I don't think that's happening today. I understand that. I'm actually going out of town on Tuesday for a business trip, and I have to get some laundry and packing done too. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. So here we go. Audrey says food equals yummy. Audrey is my granddaughter. So hello, sweetie. Thank you. And I agree, food does equal yummy. And I know that you guys are running to Starbucks, so I hope you get a nice treat. Sensei Rabbit sends salutations and greetings. Sensei Rabbit is always welcome around here, never a troll, and you got to respect the second-degree dirty belt. So thank you. I appreciate you all for coming in. Sharon, thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Awesome to have you in. So, and Danny Dizzle, award-winning super mod, speaking of moderators, is here with a big what's up. And Linda Toman creates. Linda, listen, Linda, how are you? Thanks so much for being here. And Mandy Smith is here. Thanks for being here, Mandy. I appreciate you coming in. This is awesome. And folks are shouting out to each other. After this show, at 1 p.m. Eastern, you should join Denise and Linda for bullcrafting. They are going to be on, and I know that Trisha has a show this afternoon also. So make sure that you go ahead and you drop your link with the #tribe so people can find your YouTube channels. That is awesome, and the way to get shared out and the way that people can find you, and that is awesome. So Eddie's saying hello to Senor Todd. And folks shouting out saying, hey to the chef. There we go. So, oh no, hey chat. I can't read. There we go. Danny, yes, someone did say peanut butter. So we're apparently going down that road. So Sharon is at 471 pair of earrings made now. Holy cow, you're going to hit that 500, and you're still waiting for earring supplies to come in so you can reach your 500, I'm guessing. That is an amazing, amazing milestone. So here we go. Linda realizes if you type in #listen Linda, it will also tell you to listen Linda and join her with her link. So you can find her there. Leo wants Nana to mention to make him ramen. What? Leo does not want Nana to make anything. I know better than that. He's got a chef for a papa, so why would he possibly want me cooking for him? He definitely knows it. So Shannon shouting out and saying hey to each other. I said the same thing, Danny. I figured if we said peanut butter that Scott, Captain Controversy, would show up. So we'll see if he actually does. Let's go ahead and keep on going through the chat. Trisha, thank you so much for dropping your link so folks can find you later this afternoon. And Shannon is saying hey to Todd as well. Eddie says the kitchen is closed. The kitchen is never closed around here. I gotta be honest, it really isn't. And Monica says, now I want peanut butter. Oh my gosh. Oh, look who is here. Scotty J Travels. Good morning, Scotty. I hope you and James are having a wonderful weekend. And whoop, whoop to you too. Appreciate you being here this morning. Let's see. Denise is saying Scott may be traveling, not sure when he's flying home. that's true. He did just get off of a cruise, so he may be up in the air right now. And when Scotty put in hashtag whoop, it reminded you to join Scotty over on his channel as well. He has a regular Wednesday evening show called Anchors Away that if you haven't checked out, you are missing out. So make sure you make it over there and check out his show. Let's see. Linda is shouting out to Denise. And Monica is saying, hey to everyone. Let's see. Todd says, hello, campers. Awesome. So, hey, and whoop, whoop to you too, Scotty J. Awesome talking to you yesterday. Always miss you and get a chance to see you. So good morning. Good morning. Folks shouting out to Chef Todd. Fantastic. And yes, Denise is reminding you to join her and Linda for bull crafting at 1 p.m. Eastern today. So you can watch them craft. You can craft along with them. They are super creative women and make just amazing, amazing crafts. So make sure that you make it over there for some bull crafting. So awesome that I'm caught up in the chat. As I mentioned, I wanted to talk about food today. I wanted to talk about specifically people's favorite brunch foods. I actually got the privilege of going for brunch yesterday with Shannon, and we were able to order off of a brunch menu at a restaurant called Lazy Dog. I had some avocado toast and cheesy eggs with some tots. It made for an awesome brunch. It was very, very good. So Shannon, Sea Leg Journeys is Chet and Robin from Sea Leg Journeys. So that's Chet coming in. You have someone here from Australia, don't we? I don't know if we do. You found Tim Tams at Ross yesterday? Really? I have not seen Tim Tams around here, so that is amazing. The Ocean Life is in. Hello, how are you? Welcome in, and so glad that you're here, Ricky. Thanks for joining today. Everyone's shouting out, and here we go. Deb says, I eat almost anything. I'm with you, Deb. I am not a real picky eater. The only things that I tend to avoid are things that I'm allergic to. And I also have to be cautious with my new diet of eating anything that's too high fat or too high fiber. So we've got that. And Deb is Australian, but not in Australia right now. So here we go. You bought them to try. They rave about them. I don't blame you. I totally would have bought the Tim Tams. And you can ask Shannon because I know she got to try the Tim Tams on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. So what's your favorite brunch item, Chef Todd? I would say your favorite brunch item. I'm going to get this wrong and I'm going to be really embarrassed. Your favorite brunch item would be not Eggs Benedict. I'm going to get it wrong, Todd, and you're embarrassing me here because I'm drawing a complete mental blank right now. And I know that Joe is from Australia, but I haven't seen Joe in here yet, or Sean. So they both are. But yeah, the trick to Tim Tams is to dip them in hot chocolate and suck the middle out. And Shannon said they are so good. So you will have to let us know. And speak of peanut butter, and Captain Controversy appears. Hello, Scott from Scottsdale. Thank you so much for being here. And we appreciate you joining us this morning. So you're in the air about an hour and a half from home. Oh my goodness. Let's hear it for on air on the plane Wi-Fi. You know what I actually just found out this morning is that they are closing down TSA PreCheck because of the partial government shutdown right now. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm going to have to get to the airport early because I'm not going to be able to do TSA PreCheck. So Scott's saying that he wants some eggs and potatoes, which makes for awesome eating. That is fantastic. And everyone's shouting out. Here we go. What's his favorite? Sausage. There we go. And he said, yes. So eggs Benedict. Would you say eggs Benedict are your favorite? Because I think it is eggs Benedict would have to be your favorite brunch food. I know your favorite foods, like when we go to an Italian restaurant, that you always want to, you usually have the bolognese and things like that. But brunch, when you make brunch, you make a ton of choices. So it could be a number of options, but I do believe it is eggs Benedict. So remember, the answer is always sausage, says Scott. That it can be, definitely. So Danny has an important question for you, Scott. Do you have peanut butter? I love it. And Nightbot is reminding you to type #tribe to share your YouTube link. So make sure that you are sharing it out. Scott says that he ate it all, Danny. Oh my goodness. So I did say it. Fantastic. That is awesome. And Aaron, Aaron, good morning. Thank you so much for being in here. He is saying hello to everyone and on the phone in the sorry chair with both cats in the lap with me. Oh, you must be so snuggled down. That is awesome. You have a slice of banana bread and cookies. I don't know that that's brunch, but I like that. Shannon says, I love everything. Breakfast foods are my favorite for every meal. Pancakes, waffles, French toast, bacon, hash browns, crepes. Yes. I will say, though, that as much as I love hash browns, the tots that they had yesterday were delicious. They went really well with the cheesy eggs, so they were fantastic. So awesome. And a half drank ginger ale. Welcome to the airlines. I got that. I definitely got that. So eggs made anyway, says Shannon. She's going to have her eggs anyway. You had an omelet yesterday. I think you had a Mediterranean omelet that looked absolutely delicious. And Rick Wade made it in, the Texas Cruiser. Good morning, Rick. Thanks so much for being here. Awesome to have you in. Folks saying good morning. And Trisha said, I want steak and eggs from the MDRC Day brunch. Always a winner. Steak and eggs is a great one. So Travel Day Tuesday, you are correct. No level up on Tuesday. I am going to be in the air. And I don't think that the other people on the plane would love it if I were trying to broadcast via Wi-Fi. So Chet from Sea Leg Journeys is going to take over that time slot on Tuesday. And on Thursday, I will be broadcasting from Dallas, Texas. So fabulous. Okay, I got it. Score. Yes, I actually got the answer. It only took, 36 years of marriage for me to know what he likes. Folks shouting out to Rick, which is fantastic. I love that. And Michael's is biscuits and gravy. That can be an awesome breakfast too, or an awesome brunch. So, and Chef Todd is saying, biscuits and gravy. You know, if you wanted to make biscuits and gravy, I would not be mad about that. I really, really would not be mad about it. So Shannon says she's still in bed, but I think I'm going to get up and make a bowl of cereal. Strawberry frosted mini wheats. There we go. And you're having it now. So that counts as brunch. That's a good thing. And Sharon had dropped the hashtag tribe. So make sure you go over and check out Sharon's channel as well. And on Tuesday, it's going to be a ride along with Sea Leg Journeys. So make sure that you join them at 8:30 a.m. On Tuesday morning. Like I said, I'll be in the air. I'm taking off at 7 o'clock my time, and the show is normally at 7:30 my time. So there's no way I can do it. It's going to be an early day. Rick dropping the hashtag tribe, so make sure you check out his channel as well. So, Shannon said, I meant to try one of your tots yesterday, forgot to ask. I don't know that I would have shared them. I would have shared them with you, but they were awesome. They were awesome. Chorizo and egg tacos are your favorite, says Rick. Oh, that sounds like another good option. And Denise says to Aaron, Gypsy Kitty says, greetings and salutations. Denise, your kitty has the cutest markings on her face. Just amazing. Amazing. And Linda's favorite is a mushroom omelet and grilled avocado with rye toast is your favorite. Ooh, that sounds really good, except I would substitute instead of rye toast, sourdough. That's my weakness. So excellent. Thank you so much for shouting out to each other. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys all being friends with each other and shouting out. I'm easy. I love good ham and cheese omelet. Oh, a good ham and cheese omelet is delicious too. And Mr. Paul PSV Odyssey saying, howdy, howdy, howdy. He is headed to brunch at the pub. And what will you be ordering, Mr. Paul, since we are discussing brunch foods and what our favorites are? And Danny says, let me holler at you, Ricky Ocean. Awesome. So Aaron says, Scott's making me remember this gem. Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut to go. Diamond David Lee Roth. Oh my gosh. Have you seen him lately? It's yeah. Interesting. Danny's saying to Paul that she can't wait to meet him in Helen. They're going to be in Helen, Georgia, the beginning of March. So that is like 2 weeks away. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Cheryl is here with Cruising is Fun Anytime. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you today? Best smile on YouTube. And Shannon says, oh my God, I love biscuits and gravy. So if Todd makes them, if Chef Todd makes them, she'll be over here. Yolanda is shrimp and grits. Awesome. That's another classic, another great one. And Cheryl went ahead and dropped the hashtag tribe. So you can follow along with Cruising is Fun anytime and make sure to check them out. Rick said that Royal Caribbean got you hooked on avocado toast. Now you make it at home all the time. I love me some avocado toast. I absolutely, I agree with you. I agree with Trisha. Everyone who's saying avocado toast is amazing. Yes, absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. So, Sharon's got to run. So bye to you. Thanks for coming in while you were here. I appreciate it. And Shannon says, wow, Jen, you could have scheduled your flight around your show. I have to get into Dallas early on Tuesday for meetings. So I didn't really have a choice. I had to take the first flight out. So, yep, that's where that decision came in. So let's see. Denise says she changed her answer. Shrimp and grits are on the menu. Yes, please. There we go. Love that. Oh, and Meg, hi, how are you? Paul hasn't an idea. I'm thinking steak and eggs. You guys have a wonderful brunch. That sounds like a good choice. Steak and eggs is always a yummy choice. So Trisha says that they have a place here called Two Eggs that has really good shrimp and grits. Very nice. You got to love when you can find the good places. You can't, oh, and Meg says we can't wait to meet you either, Danny. Awesome. And Angie with whatever floats your boat is here. Hey, y'all. Hey, Angie. Thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate you being here. And you get to have, oh, Danny gets to have a taco dinner with Meg and Paul in Helen in their room with other people. Very cool. Gotta love tacos. That's one of my favorites all the time. And Cheryl is saying, I'm doing well. It's cold. I'm hungry now. Well, yeah, talking about all this food definitely does that. And here we go. Let's see. Yeah, DLR is bearing a strong resemblance to Jonathan Harris in his epic role as Dr. Zachary Smith. Wasn't Dr. Smith just like a really creepy character? We're talking Lost in Space now, and I always was amazed that the family wanted their young son to always go and hang out with the creepy doctor. That just always struck me as something weird. Shannon says, I love grits, but I've never had them with shrimp. Seems weird to put shrimp in there. I use butter, sugar, and cinnamon. Got to have your savory grits too, Shannon, not just sweet, but you also have to have them savory. And you're cracking up Danny with that. Here we go. Danny says, for when I go to Switzerland, I'm hoping there will be Wi-Fi so you can watch your YouTube friends. I'm sure there will be. I mean, everywhere you go, it's available now. So Linda says, ooh, sugar and grits. No, no, no. You need over easy fried egg, lots of butter and cheese in those grits. See, more on the savory side. And Chef Todd says, of course, the obvious, no instant grits. So there we go. Grits and catfish, says Chet. Okay, again, a savory grits dish. So Danny says, me and Meg were mod partners during the HH4C cruise-a-thons. Absolutely. You guys have been amazing at that. Well, you are award-winning super mod, Danny. So how could it be any different? And Scott says you can't take the shrimp out of the girl, but you can certainly feed her one. Shrimp cocktail, people, cold, spicy, and goes down great with tequila. Is that for brunch? That could be. That could be. And fish and cheesy grits. There we go. Linda's agreeing with Chet. And I'm going to get hell for that one. No, I don't think so. I think that that could also be a yummy thing. So via Paul, sweet grits are an abomination. Oh my goodness. That is a strong statement. I understand. Danny says, yep, because it's a 10-hour flight. I'm going to need some entertainment for sure. I totally agree with that. And Denise says, oh, girl, the grits are cheesy grits. The shrimp are on top with green onion garnish. There we go. And Chef Todd is also chiming in with fried catfish. There we go. Yes. Shannon, thank you for saying it. No self-respecting Southerner would use instant grits. Name the movie, boys and girls. Love the quote. Love the quote. And Trisha says, no more tequila for me, at least until next weekend. And I'm not letting my daughter make my drink anymore. Trisha, she was pouring a strong one last night. I get that. And Chef Todd is also chiming in with another option, breakfast pasta. I love me some breakfast pasta too. So here we go. Savio has one ready for you, Trisha, says Scott. In the Limelight Lounge. There we go. And it sounds like Steel Magnolias. Actually, it is. Linda got it. My cousin Vinny. When he's talking about the grits and he's like, how long does it take for a grit to cook? So, yes, love that. Love it so much. And Trisha says to Scott, awesome. I'll be ready for it. That is fantastic. That's a quote? Nah, it's just a movie line. It's a fact of life. Got it, Aaron. Yep, you are correct, sir. And Danny wants to know from Trisha how you're feeling today after that drink that your daughter made. On The Usual Suspects last night, that must have been a strong drink. So before we get too far down the road, I wanted to make sure that we did our weekly brunch and BS tradition and had the Yiddish word of the week.
It's time to play a word from Buddy's Cabaret. From schlepp to clown, we've got the knack. Bringing old school chutzpah back. Say it loud, give it flair. A little Yiddish everywhere. Laugh, learn, maybe even fetch. It's Yiddish word of the week you mensch. So grab a nosh and let's get verklempt in a good way.
There we go. And the Yiddish word of the week is frühstück, breakfast, since we're talking about breakfast foods and brunch foods. Now, I wanted the Yiddish word of the week to be brunch. However, brunch is something that doesn't exist in Yiddish because it was developed. It's an English thing. It's an American thing. It's not a Yiddish thing. So there is no direct Yiddish word for breakfast. However, there is Spätfrühstück, late breakfast. That's as close as we can get to it. So late breakfast is what we are going to refer to it. If you can, use the Yiddish word of the week, Frühstück, in your daily talk and expand your knowledge of Yiddish. Fantastic. Okay, let's see what else is going on. So Trisha is answering Danny. She says she woke up with a headache, but better now. Your hubby let you sleep in this morning. Thank goodness. And yes, Yiddish word of the week. Gotta love it. So that's good that you're feeling better, says Danny. And Trisha says, I thought that said fish stick at first. I did too when I was typing it up. So I can understand why, Trisha. Deb has to go ahead and jump. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful trip yourself. I know that you are traveling this week as well. So safe travels to you. Enjoy your trip. And I will talk to you on Thursday. Thanks so much, Deb. I appreciate you being here. So, okay, Scott is laughing at Trisha about fish sticks, fiddlesticks. Now we're just mutilating it. There we go. Is it fiddlesticks? Is it fish sticks? Is it fish? Yeah, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, Danny is cracking up. So let's get back to talking about foods. So I love brunch and I love breakfast foods. Really, I'm with Shannon anytime. So breakfast for dinner is awesome. Love that. Can always have that. Oh, and Chef Todd is saying fiddle faddle. That's a snack. I don't think that's a breakfast food. Okay. There we go. And what is Linda saying? I think I'll have Schmet Frisch stick. There we go. Nicely used. Gotta love it. Okay, Nightbot again reminding you to drop your link. And just so you know, there are about 30 hashtags that my Nightbot is programmed for. So if you'd like to try out any of the other hashtags, I know that Scotty J tried out Whoop earlier and it dropped his link. Linda had Listen Linda, which is hers. If you want to try something else like hashtag Willow, those are all there. So isn't Fiddle Faddle a caramel popcorn? It is, Trisha. It absolutely is. And like I said, I think that's that's more of a snack food. I wouldn't really classify it as a brunch food, although pretty much anything could be a brunch food. And Angie is dropping her link here. Fantastic. Thank you so much for doing that. And Danny D is dropping the hashtag Willow, which will tell you Chewini power activate. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, Chef Todd has listed one of my absolute favorite breakfast / brunch food, stuffed French toast with cherry rum syrup. The man makes an amazing stuffed French toast with like mascarpone cheese and fruit, and it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And after bullcrafting, is that still considered brunch, though more like lunch at 3 p.m.? You know what? I think that breakfast food or brunch food is acceptable anytime. So I say go for it, Linda. And Shannon says, I forgot bacon. You forgot to list it as one of your favorites, because it's definitely one of mine, and everything's better with bacon, let's be honest. So Danny thinks that Chef Todd is hungry right now, which could be a possibility. It is getting to be, brunch hour around here, so maybe he will pick up a snack when he goes to Starbucks with the grandkids. And Trisha says my hashtag would be tequila. And it would quote, my tongue is numb. Oh my gosh, Trisha, that is too funny. Oh my God. You totally got me with that one. Okay. Shannon is saying, no thanks on stuffed anything. I don't like the creamy, rotten milk texture. Oh, come on, sweetie. It is delicious. Delicious. And Linda says, I'm going to make St. Patrick's Day dinner. St. Patrick's dinner early. Like tonight, corned beef and cabbage. Love me some corned beef and cabbage. That is a little bit early since it's not until the 17th the next month, but you do you, Linda. Go for it. Chef Todd says he is really hungry. He's not just hungry. He is really hungry. And Shannon is chiming in and saying, yum to corned beef and cabbage. I agree. That is a delicious one. And Mona says, I'm on my way, Linda. I don't blame her. Some good corned beef and cabbage can be an absolutely delicious meal. So Danny says, and for Scotty J, it would be cocktails. His quote would be, his toes are numb. I love it. Turning up the volume up to go to the kitchen and make something to eat. Oh, good for you, Trisha. Why wait? And why wait until the 17th? I'm Irish all year. Like I said, Linda, you do you. You can always make corned beef and cabbage. It's a delicious meal. And corned beef hash. Gotta love some corned beef hash. That's another winner. That is another winner of a dish. So what else do you like to have for brunch or for breakfast? Here we go. A nice toasted bagel and a schmear. Another Yiddish word, schmear. That is your cream cheese on your bagel, your schmear. Gotta love that. Thank you, Chef Todd, for sharing yet another Yiddish word of the week. I appreciate you helping me out with that. So let's go ahead and, let's see. Shannon says St. Pat's is the day we use an excuse for mini high school reunion every year. Yeah, you do. You get together with a bunch of friends on St. Patty's Day each year, and I think that's a wonderful tradition. I think it's really nice. So no, Shannon. No, not pap schmear. Bagel and a schmear. Is that when you go to a Jewish gynecologist, you get a pap schmear? And Linda says, "Ooh, Shannon, not during brunch." Ooh, there we go. Okay. Call her out on it. I get it. I'll take that as something where we can move on. Of course, we were talking about Scott and arriving with us talking about peanut butter. So, and Denise is now howling at pap schmear. That is a good one, Shannon. I'm definitely stealing that one. Saying pap schmear. Oh my God. Shannon, for somebody who is like still in bed and still half asleep, you are on a roll this morning, my friend. Holy cow. You really, really are. This is amazing. I love it. You run with it, girl. Go for it. We actually were discussing, Shannon and I were discussing a trip that we're taking over the summer to California, and where we were going to be staying and things that we're going to be doing. And I'm really looking forward to it. So, okay. So Shannon just finished her cereal and she's on a sugar rush. Okay. That explains a lot. I get that. So now you're awake. You got the sugar flowing through your body. So now you're awake. Chef Todd this morning actually made me fried matzah and eggs, which was delicious. It's definitely one of my favorites. And I actually hear the garage door opening, which means that Chef Todd is actually at home. And it definitely got Miss Willow's attention. She leapt off the bed and ran to the door. So she knows what that sound means. It means Daddy's home. Love it. Love it. And he has the grandkids with him. We've got the grandkids today. So that always makes for an awesome, awesome Sunday. The other thing that I have to do today is Miss Willow has got a spa day. She is going for a bath and nail trim and all that good stuff. So she is going to the groomer today for her little spa day. So Shannon says she loves matzo ball soup. I don't think I've ever had fried matzah. Well, we will have to have Chef Todd make you some of that. And speaking of Chef Todd.
Hi, everybody.
Here he is.
Say hi.
And Audrey's saying hi.
Here, say hello. Say hi. No.
Hey, sweetie.
Oh,
Say hi.
hi.
Hi, sweetie. How are you? Willow is losing her mind, of course.
Here's
because
Willow.
And here's Miss Willow.
Let go of her. Let go of her.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for saying hi. Oh, you've got Miss Willow? Okay. Fantastic. Folks shouting out and saying hi to Audrey and Leo, and and Danny's saying Willow. There we go. Chef Todd in his entirety, not just the disembodied head. I've got the green screen up. So no more disembodied head of Chef Todd until I get him a green shirt to be able to do. Thank you so much, Linda. Yeah, they are cute, but I'm incredibly biased. And Shannon says that dog is taken care of better than I am. This week she had her shots, training, and now the spa. She is spoiled. She is definitely spoiled. Thank you so much, Mona. I appreciate it. They are adorable. They're awesome. So we need a green shirt. We need to see a floating head. I will get on that and I will order one. I actually saw a green like hood and gloves so you could just disappear your head and your hands somehow. But yeah. And thank you, Denise. I agree. I think they're pretty cute myself. So awesome. Well, it has been absolutely amazing talking to all of you. Oh, you have yours this weekend, Angie. Enjoy so much. It's so special having the grands around. Gotta love it. And Danny says, I definitely want to come to Chicago and meet you and maybe some other peeps. I agree, Danny. That would be fantastic. And why does it cost more for a dog to get groomed than what we pay for a spa day? We don't get our anal glands expressed. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, Denise. Maybe I do. You don't know. Wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, Jackie, hi. Thanks for the hearts. Appreciate you. Love that you're here. And here we go. Shannon is saying there are still 13 minutes. I'm going to go spend the time with my grandkids. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Remember to go over and check out Linda and Denise with bull crafting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And make sure to check out Trisha. I believe, Trisha, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're on at 1:30 Eastern time. So, oh, Jackie's been here all along. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, although you were lurking. That is welcome. Very welcome, too. And Danny says she told her mom for a birthday present, you want to go to Chicago this summer. That would be fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much. Early duck out is excused, says Aaron. I appreciate that. And here is the link over to bull crafting. Again, make sure that you check that out. And Shannon saying bye, everyone, and have a great weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Enjoy the day. Enjoy your time with Chet on Tuesday morning. And I will see you all again on Thursday. Thank you so much for coming in. Love you all. And remember, stay weird. Bye.